amazing, bro. You dropped a guy. This guy just came up to us out of nowhere. Bro, free ribs. Just ribs was on the menu.
For me personally, most of the potential fights and arguments and aggressive situations have been in the nightclub environments, like the nighttime alcohol involved environments. Because this is literally the prime environment. It's fueled by alcohol. There's usually hot girls there, so all the guys are like weirdly horny and like testosterone's probably going up. We're all competing. Like obviously no one's thinking this, but we all somewhat are competing to be the alpha male who gets the bitches of the night. It's a very raw place to be. And so we're dancing in a circle. Me, two of my male friends and three of my female friends. We're all dancing in a circle. And out of nowhere, this drunk guy like stumbles in, like brushes into some people. Don't really think much of it. You know, he's a bit of a dickhead. So I think we say something like this. I say something out loud like, oh, what a dick. And he kind of like, you know, stumbles off. Like it's like 10 p.m. and he's at this point. So obviously he is a dumbass, right? Out of nowhere, this other guy comes up and he's like, that's my mate. That's my mate you're talking about. Within literally like a second, this is kicked off and it's gonna get like aggressive. Now my friend did something like a 10 out of 10 move right here. I'm not even gonna lie. My friend just literally walked behind this guy and just held his arms. Like almost like he was almost pretending like, you know, he was like holding the guy, and he just kind of like slid his arm down and he just held both of his arms like this. And I saw the guy like, but my friend had him held. Like, good man. Thank you, Kai. This guy's getting loud. He's got his arms behind him. He's like thrashing everywhere. Bouncer comes in, takes him out. Now, this was like an easy situation. This was like a low-level situation. Let's go one step higher. This is in a different club. I'm in the smoking area and I'm speaking to this cute girl. And, you know, it's going well. I'm flirting with her, everything. Some Asian guy comes to the stands, like, to the side of us. This is the first time a brown skin... Okay, I've only ever had problems with white guys. It's just how it is. Like, white guys seem to, like, be more aggressive in these. Like, you know, the drunk lad who drinks pints and shit. Never once has like a black or a brown guy ever even had an argument with me. This was the only time I can remember. This brown guy just stands to the side of us, looking at me aggressively, and he goes, "Shut up." What? "Shut up, bro. What are you on about, bro?" He wants to speak to this girl, or he knows her, maybe he's dating her or some shit. I've just approached his girlfriend or something. Bro, you know what I do? I'm like, alright, I walk away. Now, you might think that, oh, that's not the alpha male thing to do, Hamza. But I actually would think that it is, because in your comfortable spot right now, you're sat on your crusty computer chair, you're nice and safe. It's nice to think like, oh, Hamza, you should have hit him, Hamza. It's nice to be a little spurg like that. But when you're in that moment, and people die in these moments, I'd say I did the alpha male thing of just saying like, yeah, whatever. Bro, the girl's cute, but she's not even worth the anxiety and the discomfort of having even an argument with the guy. Never mind actually hitting each other. Never mind actually getting dropped by his friends. So I turn around and I walk away. Later on in the night, I walk back into the smoking area. I'm speaking to more bitches and everything, but then I see him and his group, like his group of like a lot of guys, like 7, 8 guys, all in the corner, and this guy's just staring at me. He's pissed for some reason, boys. Like, it wasn't even his girlfriend. Like, she wasn't around at this point. She's just disappeared or something. He's just staring at me, and his friends are like talking to him, and they're like pointing at me and everything. I'm getting worried, so I'm like patting my friends, like, you know, my friend's speaking to a bitch or something, so I like pat him. I'm like, bro, like, it's me, 2 or 3. No, actually, I had a fair amount of friends on this night as well, actually. So it's a couple of my friends, a couple of his friends, and now it starts getting heated. His friends are coming up and they're like, you know, putting their arm around me, like, bro, what did you do? Why is he so pissed off at you? Like, you do realize we're gonna have to like do shit. And like, they were all Asian guys as well. We're all like almost like, a couple of his friends were being real nice and were like, we don't want to start shit or anything, what's going on? And I said, bro, like, I'm never gonna start a fight against an Asian guy. They seem to respect this because I'm being polite to them. I'm literally like putting my arm around them and saying like, bro, like, I might have spoke to his girlfriend or something, and they're saying, oh, I think they might have said like, oh no, it's not his girlfriend, or it might have been, but she wasn't around or anything. It's getting heated. My friends are speaking to him. You know, everyone's kind of doing this buddying up thing where like no one really wants to fight, but everyone is on edge, and you can see like guys literally like cracking their knuckles and shit. We're getting ready, and to be honest, it just kind of diffuses. It's kind of anticlimactic, but it just kind of diffuses. His friends kind of say like, just kind of like, don't look at towards him. My friends say to him like, oh bro, come on, like, let's go get you a drink or some bullshit like this. And his friends kind of go with him. My friends go with me, no problem. That was like a medium situation. That could have turned into like a full blown brawl. Potentially it didn't because of social skills, which we will get into soon, but that was like a medium level thing. Let's go one step higher. So it's the end of the night. Again, club, alcohol related. It's probably 3 a.m. Me and my one friend are leaving the club. We've just finished the night and we're gonna go get some chicken wings. So we cross this big intersection. So it's like a big ass road, right? And we're on one side of it, we're going across. And on the way other side, like solid 20, 30 meters away, like some good distance away, there's like a group of people. And obviously, like, you know, it's 3 a.m. you expect people to be like loud and drunk and everything, but there was like, you can tell the difference between like a drunk loud bitch compared to like a drunk, aggressive guy. And we could hear that type of guy. Like, this guy's like, okay, we look to the side. This guy's shirtless. So it's white guy, somewhat short. He's shirtless and he's just yelling and he's shouting at people and shit. So me and my friend are lit. We probably shouldn't have done this, but we kind of like shout over. We didn't say anything offensive, but we just kind of like encouraged it. We're like, yeah, hit them, bro. Like, we were just shouting them bullshit. So I don't even remember what we said, but I don't remember particularly saying something offensive to him. But of course, this guy's drunk as he's shirtless, and he looks over to the side and he starts swearing at us, and he starts walking towards us like aggressively, like he's pumping his Conor McGregor type of shit. He's walking towards us. Like, what the f***'s gonna happen, bro? So he crosses from the way other side. Like, this road is massive, by the way. From the way other side of this road, he crosses all the way towards us. Like, it almost felt like kind of slow motion at this point, where it felt like I was getting 100 thoughts in my mind. Like, what the f***'s gonna happen? Like, what should I say? We're almost like, I almost felt like me and my friend were kind of like pussing out a little bit, where we, as he was coming closer, we kind of like shouted nicer things, like, oh yeah, like nice biceps, bro, or some bullshit. So he's walking towards us aggressively. His friends are on the other side. They haven't like really crossed over. They're just kind of like looking at to see what's happening. And I didn't even know what to think about it. When he gets close, to be honest, you know what? When he gets close, I didn't think. I had no thoughts, but I remember one specific thing that I did, which I said before, but one specific thing I did was this. I clicked my knuckles. He gets close. Without saying a single word, with aggression, he comes and pushes my friend. Pushing my friend with force. I didn't think about it. He's on the floor. Not my friend, but this drunk ass white guy. He's on the floor. Within a split second, I had hooked this guy with force, bro. I still remember the way that he spun. Like, he spun kind of like inside of himself, like a Beyblade. Do you know what a Beyblade is, bro? Like, let it rip. Beyblade, let it rip. He spun like that, like this fool. Crossed over this road. I made him spin like a Beyblade. He falls down, like crashes down. He's like spurging out on the floor. His friends are running up, getting like proper aggressive and everything. And I specifically remember that one of his friends was massive, but he was like running towards me a bit, but he was like, you know, what the fuck's going on? Why did you hit him? And I literally just said, yo, like, he crossed the entire road. He came up and pushed my friend. Like, you know, I'm saying this again, social skills. This big ass guy, bro, and he's just kind of like, he kind of agrees with me. He just stops running towards me, goes towards his friend, like picks him up, and me and my friend go and get chicken wings.
Yo, what did he do when he came up? He started pushing him.
Bro, he pushed me once. Like,
so what did I do?
I was like, ribs on the menu.
Because this shit really does happen, and sometimes you cannot, as always, the standard advice that you see online, on Red Pill, on Reddit, on YouTube, all this bullshit is usually just trash. Sometimes you can't run away. Like, we could have ran, okay? We could have ran. Would you have ran? Would anyone, like the drunk guys like crossing the road, would you have like, would you have run? No, you wouldn't have, bitch. Okay, best case scenario, anytime a man makes eye contact with you and he doesn't look friendly, 10 toes away. But it's not realistic, because one, it sometimes that feels like social suicide, because that feels awkward as to like do it and you're gonna look like a fool sometimes. So look, but okay, looking like a fool is safer than getting your ass beat or beating someone, getting put in prison, fair enough. But sometimes you won't even get like the brain like signal to run, because I didn't in this point. I didn't want to fight, but I froze, because there's 3 responses you can have in this type of situation, and that is fight, flight, or freeze. And I don't know about you, but I am a freezer up until I fight. I have never been a flight type of person. You might be the type of guy who runs away. But if you've been beat by your parents, bro, you're probably a freezer. You probably like stand there just like waiting to get hit by your dad, bro. And you can usually tell, like, one thing that pops into mind is, imagine when there's like a drunk white guy, obviously, drunk ass white guy on a train being racist. This has happened to me many times, right? He's being racist. The moment he gets loud, you will see the people who are in flight mode. Literally, he gets loud. His first word of being loud, 3-4 people will stand up and start running away. Everyone else is in either freeze or ready to fight mode. I don't think most people are flight. I don't think most people would run away. And I'm not going to tell you that stupid advice of, oh, run away anytime you get in trouble, bro. Sometimes you need to know how to defend yourself. Now, it's unlikely that this drunk ass motherfucker, it's unlikely that he would have seriously harmed us, but he could have, because me and my friend froze, and he chose to push my friend. What if he came, and what if he knew how to fight? What if he actually punched my friend with force? What if he had a knife? What if he had a gun? So it's time. You need to learn these steps. Now, step 0, the prerequisite, is to learn how to fight. This is a prerequisite to becoming a man, because if you cannot protect yourself or your loved ones, you are not a man, you're a liability.